Thanks for having me here. I'd like to thank the organization. It's an honor to be here. We are a biosensor company. We build these sensors that measures your biosignals from brainwaves to your cardio signals as well as your muscle signals, depending on where you place these sensors. And we provide the algorithms to accompany these sensors to make sense of these signals you're getting. And we help wearable as well as many different device builders to build their devices and make sense of the biosignals. In fact, Michael earlier mentioned the Indiegogo campaign of the that Brainwave headset company. They started with our sensor, actually, at the beginning. So we have a booth out there. You can try this headset out, but that's not what I'm here to talk about today. I want to talk about how they get integrated into wearables. So for example, for Brainwave, if I just give you a Brainwave, you really don't know what to do with it. So we actually, this is an example of how to use a Brainwave device and easily put it in your system. We can give you a bunch of different measurement results to quantify those results or quantify those measurements, so you can simply take the results and use the meters. For example, in this chart, you can see that on the right side is positive, on the left side is negative, and on the upper side strong and lower side is weak. We can measure that and kind of map your emotion and give you a digital readout. So let me give you a very, very simple example. When you see somebody, let's say a little kid, and it's being attacked by a mean big dog, and somebody comes into the scene and kind of kills the dog or get the dog away in a rude way, even though you may not be extremely happy, but that's a positive feeling. Now, same thing, same kid is petting a cute little puppy, and somebody comes in and kills this puppy, you would have an extremely negative feeling about it. So same thing, kind of hurting a dog, but one is positive, one is negative, because one is trying to help a little kid and one is hurting a cute little puppy. Those things happen all the time in our daily life. Sometimes we don't even know if we react to things positively or negatively. So a lot of stuff is in a gray area, especially when you hear a lot of the movies or commercials, or when you watch the game we're talking about. You really don't know if you're okay or not okay if you really ask yourself. Not everything is clearly a 1 or a 0 like the digital world. So we have to map those feelings. In this case, we actually provide a chart, and depending on how you apply your applications, you can use that. So for the VR we're talking about, some of our VR customers actually use this chart to understand what you're experiencing. Is it positive or is it negative for you? Are you happy or you're interested in the program or you're not? And that's very important for game developers to know, so they can steer the game, for example, to your liking as you move forward. So that's about the extent I want to talk about the brain side. There are two very popular applications or usage on our brain and the other side of using the sensors on the cardio side for health, for wearables, whatnot. So you can see that there's a shirt here, and there are many different forms of wearables. I'm going to give you a few examples here. You can see the center, there's a little patch. That's used to detect your ECG signal, your electrocardiograph signal. It's not stuck on you, it's just simply placed on the shirt. And let me show you that shirt. In fact, this shirt just won a gold award in the ISPO in France this year. And what it does is this is one of our customers' shirt. It has smart textile that once you wore the shirt, if you bend your arms, it knows you're bending those arms. And you see the software on the bottom right is tracking your whole body's movement if you wear this shirt. So you actually don't need a camera to know what position you're in. And it tracks your cardio signal. So for example, if you're training for some sort of sports, we know exactly how your forms are and your cardio conditions are. And so you don't have to wear these. Actually, we have customers. I feel I'm wearing a lot of stuff today. I'm trying to wear a portion of our wearable customers' products on stage today. But you don't have to do a lot of these. You can simply wear a sports shirt and you can achieve the same thing. We have, let's see if I have, so this is a slide I kind of composed because we're talking about AR, VR in this particular conference. So imagine you no longer need to hold, if you look at some of the AR products out there, you actually need to hold some devices in your hands to push button and do triggers. Still kind of like a joystick style, even though you're experiencing something. How about if you just wear these smart textile clothings and sensors and put the Brainwave sensor on the VR, which is, I mean, a lot of our customers are already doing that. You get a complete interactive environment where the VR program actually knows your body position. You don't need a camera. You can play that anywhere. And it understands how you feel as well. So for example, if you use the VR to go play a game, it understands you're disappointed because your team just lost or you're very excited. And you can do much better data collection on that system as well. I don't know how much time I have. 5 more minutes. So with the remaining time, I'll show you a few gadgets and then I'll take some questions. For example, I have a smartwatch here. You know all about smartwatch, but not just a smartwatch. It actually tracks your ECG, tracks your health data as well. I have a wristband here that's completely waterproof. You can dive with that per the customer request. And I have a band here that measures your blood pressure without the pump. It's just constantly doing that. And it's not limited to just wearables. For example, I have a device here that has 5 health tracking capabilities, including your body fat, which I won't show today, in this one device. So you can pretty much get it all in one medicine cabinet. And we have customers building in these sensors into the toilet seats, so if you sit on it, you get measured, right? And so you don't have to wear anything, literally. And on coffee machines, copier machines, if you just touch these IoT products, you get measured. So they don't have to be just wearable. And that's how we see our biosensor market is going today. Thanks. I'll take any questions. Yes, sir.
Question regarding the shirts, like a workout shirt that you're going to have a sensor on. How have you solved the issue of cleaning it, washing it, different shapes of women versus men, you know?
Yeah. Okay, that's a good question. Basically, the hardware comes in a little stick, no bigger than this, and you just clips on. You can wash the clothes anytime you want. I think up to like 100 times. That's a spec. And as far as different size goes, just like men and women clothing, there's large, medium, small, and women's size and men's size.
But is the sensor connecting to your skin? Does it have to be touching your body?
Yeah, it's through the fabric. So these fabrics are smart textiles. They actually are conductive in some areas. So you actually don't feel like something's touching you. It's just like normal clothing. Yes, sir.
Do you have a backend for the IoT devices, or is it mostly customers that
Yeah, we actually provide a lot of back-end support, including, like I said, the algorithms, very big piece. Because most of our customers just want to build the product and go. So they can't afford to sit there and do an R&D on the brainwave or R&D on the cardio signals or muscle signals or how to bend for a long time. So we provide them with a total solution. They just put it in their product and and go. In fact, the device I just told you about, the 5 features in one, sorry, I just turned it on again. This took 2 months from concept to holding my hands. And that's why I kind of brought it up here. It's one of the fastest ones. And all these sensors and in the back are our sensors and the software.
And you connect to the cloud, for example, cloud backend, like Samsung backend?
I'm sorry?
Do you connect to any of the IoT backends, like Samsung backend or IBM IoT backend?
Okay, that, you're talking about clouds, right?
Right.
Yes, we do customize that for our customers if necessary. We're working with, for example, an insurance company now, a pretty large international one. They want to hook things up to their platform. We help them do that, and back-end analytics as well. So we're all about analyzing data, collecting data, analyzing data, as well as the sensor itself. But we don't try to produce these devices. That's our customers' business. Okay? All right. One more.
On the state of the market,
Mm-hmm.
before to this wearable, what niche should an investor, entrepreneur focus on that give you advantage?
For the wearable, you said?
Like something like this, like
Okay, so the question is, what niche should you focus on when you are working in the wearable area? Well, a lot of wearable companies simply come into our office or call us up and start using our devices in their design. So we see all kinds. I'm talking about all kinds, from wrist to ankle to, I mean, the most weird one I saw was an ankle lock for criminals when they're released outside, and they have to track them, and they have to track their biosignals as well. I don't know if there's a niche yet. I haven't seen one. And in fact, Michael earlier mentioned Shine. I know Stanley pretty well as well. It seems these wearables come and go, just like fashion, just like clothing. They come and go. So I can't tell you if there's a niche, but for sure there's a need for tracking, for getting biodata and for tracking. So I can't tell you a form factor that's going to last there forever, but they're going to come in very different form factors. In other words, there's going to be a lot of rooms for entrepreneurs to be creative. That's what we're seeing. Thank you.
Great. Thank you so much, Stanley.